That would have made it a lot more assertable and a lot more easy to go through. Or a lot more bearable. And the previous stage, unlike the one before, and Wily Stage 3, unlike Wily Stage 2, had a lot more jerkish enemy placements, as you may have noticed. What with, of course, with the shield attackers being kind of a surprise, and in addition to that, we had all the... we also had all of those badly positioned, whatever those bats were at the end, like at the end of those chains of Yoku blocks. They were kind of annoying. Alright, let's get down over here to the end of this. I'm back at two lives. You know what, I think I'm just gonna suicide over here, get a game over, and get back to 3 lives. Alright, I'm back. After getting a game over, I'm now at full weapon energy, and I have 3 lives and 5 E-tanks. You can actually spend this much time here to get 9 E-tanks, but I don't think it's really necessary. I don't recognize where this team came from. From this stage team. Oh good, and we also have a lot of tellies that we can just grind up if we really want to. Nope. These walls block my shots, so... Search Snake. Which utility action? Oh, that's actually a creative effect. I should be restoring my Tornado Blow energy, actually. That'll be needed for one of the boss fights. Hopefully not one of the Wily fights, though. I can manage if it's just one of the Road Master fights. What is it? Oh, it's probably Laser Trident. Silly me. That's what I remember back in Shadow Man, or forgot. Okay, we'll just move forward. Okay, we have this elevator and we have 2 routes we can go through. B-O-N-D, Bondman. Oh, okay, so by getting the B-O-N-D letters, we unlock this extra room. Okay, let's go to Bondman then. Let's see how difficult it'll be. Oh, and there's the Wily Capsule fight against Bondman, aka the Roadmaster that would have been in Mega Man 1 but was removed. Okay, so he smashes, tries locking onto what position you're at. It's kind of like Crush Man at this point, and now he fires all those glue bonding agents. Oh, what? Okay, so he tries crushing the room 3 times and then fires all the bonding agents. In order to release the bonding agent, you just need to keep rapidly pressing the control keys. Pretty fun, actually. And we get the Legend achievement by defeating Bondman. To be fair, it was a very fair fight and wasn't that bad. He first tries crushing you 3 times, or 2 or 3 times, then fires the bonding agents either in the slow, larger blobs or in those smaller pieces. So I guess that was our first reward for getting all the bond letters. Oh, and sadly we don't get something like the bond glue or glue shot. That's too bad. But hey, that's one of the secrets. Now I do wish that if the tellies could actually drop extra lives like they did in the earlier stage. I guess my luck ran out or something. Once again, I do appreciate the designers actually put tellies here in case you run out of Laser Trident energy. Or Rush energy. Or Rush Coil. I guess this is it. We're at the Hatches room. Of course, Rush Jet time, and we have enough to restore... You know, Tornado Blow takes more energy, so I'll restore that. Here we're following the large room, and here we are. It's time to take on the last of the 8 Robot Master rematches, and then Dr. Wily himself. I'm gonna go in a counterclockwise fashion. Quick Man. His weakness was the time slow. So let's actually use it correctly this time. Oh, that's why it's his weakness, because he can just spam charge shots. It's not the time slot itself, it's that the fact you get auto charge shots, which deal 6 damage to him. Or if you didn't have charge shots, you'd probably just deal double damage with your buster shots and you can more easily dodge him. Snake Man, he was weak against... I didn't actually get his weakness. Shadow Blade? No, I already used that. No, I didn't have Shadow Blade at the time. Arrow Shot? Oh no, that couldn't be it. Star Crash? No. Tornado Blow? Oh yeah, for some reason Tornado Blow works very well against snakes. I would think it would be something related to needles, but okay. Fair enough, that was the use for Tornado Blow. Okay, we have Shadow Man, who is weak against the Surge Snake, of course, for some reason. I still have a hard time hitting with it when... especially when he varies his jumps. Oh, and we have Splash Woman. Considering she was the first one I went after... I'm gonna have to try each of the weaknesses. Oh, okay, so it's the Shadow Blade. Of course, it also makes it easier when she fires all of those things. Especially when because I can how easily I can fire upwards. There you have it. I kind of made it sloppy, but if you have the Shadow Blade, it makes that part a lot easier. Speaking of which, Laser Trident. And I died over there against Starman, but I'll get a free life refill anyway. I probably should have conserved that life up, actually. Let's try this again the correct way. It's too bad I utilized most of my weapons in this title, except probably the Tornado Blow because I didn't have that many high jumps. And the Quick Boomerang, and especially a Star Crash because it wasn't powerful enough. Which is unfortunate, because I do like shield weapons a little bit. There was just not that many enemies who could actually do minor pellets of damage. Time Man, you were weak against the Pharaoh Shot. I'm gonna spam E-Tanks there because I have so many and I don't have much extra lives. Okay, second to last, and we have Tornado Man, who is weak against the Quick Boomerangs. Yeah, it just face tanked most of the damage because it was relatively slow. Considering I used almost everything, the last thing I didn't use was... Star Crash. Okay, so Fairman's weak against the Star Crash. Can you respawn? Oh, I can just run right in front of him while using it. Especially when he jumps, that can be really useful. Of course, I still die because he just insta-gibbed me. Well, it's okay, I already have one extra life, so... and if necessary, I can grind up. I do wish that the Star Crash could actually just block his shots. That would have made it a lot more useful. But I do like I can just stand right in front of him and just end his career. Alright, it's time to face Dr. Wily, and we have the Dr. Wily team, or Dr. Wily Machine team from Mega Man 10. We have this Skull Machine. Oh, okay, I think I need to jump on top of them, or something. What's his weakness? Fires twice. I think I need to use a Rush Coil or something. Oh yeah, definitely need that. So I need to destroy each of the eyes. And Charge Shot makes it a lot easier. And every so often go fire those 2 orbs. Okay, that's phase 1, and now we need to shoot the head. Okay, it's firing those things at regular intervals. What would his weakness be? Shadow Blade? Yeah, I need Rush Coil, there's no way I can get up other ways. I still somehow got hit there. Yeah, I think it is weakness. It's doing 2 points of damage. Makes it a lot easier too to aim. Well, that's phase 1 and 2 down. Okay, he's escaping in the capsule, so that means the end of Wily Stage 4. Of course, Wily's escaping, so we probably have the Wily Capsule fight in Wily Stage number 5. I did die 2 times here, but that was mainly for me to conserve all my E-tanks. Mainly because I want to save for the Wily Capsule, and I don't know how difficult it's going to be. Hopefully not as difficult as the Wily Capsule in Mega Man 7. And we're going all the way up the tower to face Dr. Wily. I suppose that this part will also actually save Dr. Light or something. As I was saying, most of my deaths were more due to my fault, of course. They were more because I wanted to conserve my E-tanks, and lives are more easily replenished. We're silent. Okay, we have a nice reference back to Mega Man 2, where we had the silent segment with all the lava droplets, and no enemies and no sound. Although the stage design here is a lot more sophisticated, instead of being a straight line. Just want to make sure of something. Yeah. We're gonna have to make a jump here. Thankfully no enemies, so no charged shots needed. Oh, those lava droplets don't hurt that much, or acid. Oh, and there's Dr. Light. And Mega Man decides to pull out 3 charge shots in a row using some power. He probably just used a time slow for a split second. And we've saved Dr. Light. And Dr. Wily is begging as usual. Of course, he'll activate his self-destruct sequence as usual. I suppose he's installed in most of his Wily Capsules ever since Mega Man 2 or something. Of course, we're going to have to chase after him now. And I suppose the bottom is where Dr. Light will escape from. And there he goes. Okay, there he'll be leaving for the emergency exit, of course. Okay, now we have the Wily Stage 2 team from Mega Man 10. Oh hey, I see some life ups there. And an extra life, that's going to be helpful. Gee, I wonder if you were playing as Dr. Light, or maybe one of the unlockable characters, you would probably open that door. Okay, it's time to chase after Dr. Wily. Is this an auto-scroll at the bottom? Oh boy, now you have collapsing blocks. Oh, it is an auto-scroller. So be wary about the cracked blocks. Just like that one. Whew. Oh boy. Sorry, E-Tank, I would have liked you. I think Varishot's going to be useful against the Wily Capsule, mainly because I can fire downwards. I mean I can at least fire straightforwardly. So it's like an extended version of the original racing segment or tower climb segment in the Mecha Dragon fight. Oh, that was my fault. As I was saying, this is like an extended version of the tower climb segment in the Mecha Dragon fight. Although no Mecha Dragon to worry about. But this is still a tense segment, that's for sure. And if you're wondering, this is going to be split into 2 parts, and this is very likely going to be part 2 of the finale of the main campaign of this series. I will be showing off challenge mode after this. Well, unlocking it first, of course. You're gonna keep a steady pace to get by this segment. Especially with the cracked blocks here. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk that. I think I have all the weapon energy I need. I'm gonna be using the last of my 3 E-tanks to defeat Dr. Wily. Oh, and he just pops right in. It's a Wily Capsule, so it'll teleport in and out of whatever position. Okay. Okay, fires that orb. Oh, okay. The ladder actually makes it a lot easier because you can just get to the other side of where you're at. Let me test my theory. Yeah, that's his weakness. Yeah, this ladder makes this fight so much easier. Especially because I can just ram it right into him. Yeah, it's a relatively fair Wily Capsule fight. That's nice. It's not like how difficult it was in Mega Man 7, and it's certainly not as damaging as it was, as I expected. I was expecting each of the shots to be a lot more dangerous. But alas, we got the achievements for completing the game, and completing the game on hard mode. And yeah, Mega Man just grabbed Dr. Wily over there, and the whole base is being destroyed. That's a little bit of an awkward graphical inconsistency if you ask me. I mean, we went from the NES sprites over there to now the more cartoony ones. But Dr. Wily is right, he'll probably break out again for the next fan game. Or actual game if Capcom ever comes out with a new Mega Man classic game. But alas, that's the end of the main campaign of Mega Man 2.5D. Well, I'll give my final toss of the game after I complete challenge mode, but to give a summarized thought from completing the campaign on hard mode, I would say that this game is average to above average, if you ask me. I did like the level design, especially with the remade versions of the Roadmaster stages, especially a few of the stages getting new gimmicks, like Shadow Man with the riding over the lava, and Snake Man with the snake platform. But I do wish they were used more, like especially in Snake Man, but I suppose that's in co-op mode or something. I did not really like Tornado Man stage, mainly due to all of the bottomless pits and the precision jumping. I didn't really like that gimmick in the original stage either. Now the Wily stage is really up the ante. Wily stage 1 was a little bit more challenging, and it did force usage of the Rush Jet and Rush Coil, but at least they did teach you how to use them. I do wish I had the Rush Jet in the Tornado Man stage though. Oh, Wily stage 2, oh my goodness, that was certainly a step up in difficulty in several regards, mainly due to all the precision required. And you know how bad I am at precision, as you noticed in Tornado Man stage. And that's why I died so much and I ended up getting a game over, or almost got a game over. That's why I spammed D-tanks there. Wily stage 3 was more focused on precise timing, though I did get several game overs, but that was more due to the fact that I needed to get enough lives because I didn't know how difficult the boss fight would be. And I did appreciate how it was more non-linear and you had a choice to go through for destroying each of the 6 generators. And it did introduce the gimmicks more, though it really introduced more of jerkish enemy placements in this 3rd stage, which wasn't really present in most of the other stages in this game. Wily stage 4 was basically the hatch room and where I also fought Bondman, who was actually a very fair fight, and I was expecting a much tougher encounter, something more like along the lines of Glue Man, where getting hit by him would be a lot more damaging. And the final Wily stage, I appreciated how we started with a reference to the Mega Man 2 final Wily stage, and then we have a tower climb segment just like the Mecha Dragon fight. And the Wily stage bosses were pretty fine as well. I did appreciate how the first one was a remixed version of Mecha Dragon, but we have something where you have to climb the stage while avoiding getting knocked off of the tower. Number 2 was of course the Blue Devil, or Aqua Devil. Third one was the fight against the Mega Man killers, though I wish there was life pickups between each phase. or each Robot Master. Wily Stage 4 was of course all the hatches and the Wily Stage boss. Although I was thinking that the Wily Machine 2.5D would probably... Well, I think you're forced to use the Rush Coil to get on the top of the hands, but once you're on top of the hands, it's hard to get knocked off unless you get hit by the eye lasers. And Phase 2 isn't that bad either. And I do appreciate we have an extended version of the tower climb before fighting the final Wily Capsule. It really makes it more memorable than just jumping to the generic Wily Capsule fight, which I thought was going to be much harder, but hey, it was much more tame. And we end off with a nice celebratory screen of Mega Man talking with Dr. Light, Proto Man in the distance, Roll and Rush relaxing, Otto, Tango, and Beat. Sadly, we didn't see Otto. Well, we did see Otto, I think, but we never saw Tango or Beat in this. It's unfortunate because I really would have liked the Beat rescue system. But alas, single player is now complete. In the next part, I'll be showing off the extras, specifically challenge mode. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Toodles!